Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to wherever you are in the world right now. Today, I'd like to thank the people who bought my books recently, especially the Harry Potter. It was a first edition book, and I didn't know that, so I was able to sell it actually at a cheap price. Well, lessons learned. So after that, I tried to look for another first edition Harry Potter book, and I found one, but it wasn't in mint condition. Anyway, suddenly I pulled out all my Harry Potter books because of the miscalculation of the pricing. Anyway, let's start with the Hunger Games. I've been looking for this book for a long time. This is the Suzanne Collins. This was very popular 10 years ago. There were three movies, trilogy made about this. I haven't watched the film actually, but the sign is very popular. Three sign finger. They even used it for the uprising in Myanmar. Anyway, I have two more Suzanne Collins, but it's not Mockingjay related. It's more of a insect cockroach rat conquering each other. Okie dokie, let's proceed with Nudge. This book, it's hugely influential to a lot of people. I thought this was a Bill Gates recommendation, but I couldn't find Bill Gates recommendation or Obama's recommendation here. There were some books that we bought because of the Bill Gates recommendation, and we actually have the Bill Gates book. Now, let's look at the next book. Why should you read children's book, even though you are so old and wise? Catherine Rundle. This is a famous author of children's book, Catherine Rundle. But here she is not talking about fairy tales or anything. And the funny part about this is the introduction here and a little history on how she started reading. Trump was mentioned here. They call it the Trump era here. Um, Actually, most of the books are I have right now are before the pandemic, 2019. Some during after the pandemic, and yeah, the reviews here are mixed. It's not really a children's book. It's more of an explanation of why we should read, even though we're old. Read children's book. Wow, we're coming to my favorite book, Haruki Murakami, a family's favorite. Took me some time to find this book. It's a trilogy, I1Q84. I haven't finished reading this book, but finally I got a very good copy at a very good price. We are a Haruki Murakami family fan. We have all of Haruki Murakami's book in English and in Japanese. Now, I couldn't talk much about this because I've read only a few parts actually, but it's exciting. I'll be reading this maybe after work or something. Wow, the Tao of Daily Life. This guy who wrote it is Derek Jin. If you are into Tao Zen Buddhism, it's almost similar to Zen actually. I remember going to Taiwan and getting this Buddhist book about Buddhism in the Buddhist temple in Elephant Mountain. At the foot of Elephant Mountain, if you're going to Taipei, there is a famous small monk school, monastery, and they're giving away free books about Buddhism. If you want to get into Buddhism, there's an explanation. There's a Q&A portion of that book. I sold that book in Shopee before during the pandemic, but we have one more copy of that. Okay, again, here we are with BTS, the Ultimate Fan book. Now, we've lowered the price of this book actually, and actually, I'll be giving this book for free if once I reach the 1,000 subscription in YouTube. Jimin, yeah, Jimin. Oh, and lastly, let's talk about Stray Kids. Actually, I don't know who was Stray Kids before, but some of my students in the Eikaiwan usually mentions they love either BTS or Stray Kids. And I said, who in the world is Stray Kids? Even the Eikaiwa foreign teachers were very up to date with this group. And I said, Because there's a lot of K-pop famous outside of Korea, but they're not famous internationally. They're just famous. For example, they're just famous in Japan, or they're just famous in Thailand, or they're just famous in Philippines, or actually. So those are those kind of K-pop groups that are famous outside Korea, but not famous internationally, but famous in some areas. So thank you for watching the video reviews. We'll give more next time.